The MeToo movement has caught on in South Korea. From famous movie directors to politicians, men are being accused of sexual misconduct as testimonies from across the country spill forward. But as Joseph Kim reports, these women aren't just fighting to amend laws, but to change society.
South Korea is also saying Me Too. The list of influential men accused of abusing their power is mounting, from the political realm to the entertainment world, such as famed theater director Lee Yoon-taek. Actor Lee Seung-bi says she was sexually assaulted by Lee. She says when it first happened over a decade ago, nobody bothered to help her. Now, more than a dozen others have come forward with similar stories against Lee.
그렇게 돼서 조금 여자들이
Through all of this, if we can create a world, a country, where even just a little bit, females don't have to live in fear, where mothers who have daughters don't have to tremble sending their girls to school, these changes, then don't you think it will be a better world?
At this rally in central Seoul, women share their personal experiences of sexual harassment. Until now, this woman says she couldn't bring herself to talk about how an acquaintance molested her, feeling shame despite being the victim. She says, I felt so alone after it happened. I was scared and vowed to never tell anyone. And like her, more are speaking out, demanding justice and equality.
Sexual harassment and violence are something all women in South Korean society are experiencing. So by sharing these experiences, we hope to show that this is not strictly a female problem, but fundamentally a problem that South Korean society has to change, and that it's something we can change.
Despite the outpour of Me Too stories coming from all walks of life, protection for women is still largely absent. South Korea's justice system is still partial to the offenders, predicated on the systems of patriarchy. This is even enforced in schools, where the education system teaches students that the ones responsible for these offenses is the victims, failing to condemn and hold perpetrators responsible. And while the list of powerful men being called out for sexual violence grows, in a similar fashion, men are finding different ways to bar women from speaking out against their assailants. There's also been some backlash against the Me Too movement in South Korea, after an actor and professor, both accused of sexual violence, died by suicide. Though some are calling the movement a witch hunt, in places such as the workplace, men are now shunning females. And companies are reportedly refusing to hire women in fear of more cases of sexual harassment coming forward.
그것은 한편으로는
To a degree, not hiring women shows that men subconsciously have the preconceived notion that they are the gatekeepers, acting in accordance to society rules. This proves that gender discrimination is rampant.
South Korea ranks in the bottom third for gender equality, according to the World Economic Forum. The country has the largest gender wage gap among advanced economies. This discrimination is why these women are saying Me Too. They say they're ready for the country to step in the right direction, demanding complete change that recognizes their humanity. Joseph Kim for CGTN, Seoul.